Hey everybody, Mac here for OCR Kings, and Tom is checking in again. He let me know that at first he didn't plan on going, but spur of the moment decision, he went to the Asheville, North Carolina Sprint and Super weekend. This was August 3rd and 4th, 2024, and he's checking in with another fantastic sit rep. Congratulations also, Tom. I saw you with an 8X, that is an 8-time trifecta medal, which looks enormous and really, really cool. Fantastic job as always. Got the map up here on the screen. I was going through the obstacles. It's more the same stuff that we're all very used to at this point. No surprises in the course. As far as the area, Tom tells us that Asheville, North Carolina is located 2 hours west of Charlotte, North Carolina, and 2 hours southeast of Knoxville, Tennessee. That's very cool. It's at the foot of the Blue Ridge Mountains. The National Forest is a well-known destination for mountain biking, trail running, and off-road racing. Very cool. Seems like a great spot. The town of Asheville has long been known as a vibrant artistic center, and though in recent years it's become more of a tourist destination. So sounds like it's great if you want to do like a vacation run kind of thing. Fantastic. Up until 2019, the Asheville race was held in a rock quarry at the base of Black Mountain near Mount Mitchell State Park. This was a working quarry. Very cool. We got some references from Tom. We'll include those in the unabridged version of this sit rep, which will be on our blog. Links in the description below. He says the course utilized elements of the quarry as well as a major climb up Mount Mitchell, making the course one of the most notorious on the race schedule. This was back in 2019. This was sort of on par with Palmerton in terms of the super difficulty. The course was part of the 2016 National Championship Series, but it was not without its problems. The festival area did not drain well. Rain left the venue in 2019 under 2 feet of water. Vendors and Spartan equipment had to be towed out. What a disaster. Yikes. Because of the nature of the venue, it was hard to get obstacles and support on the mountain, and in 2018, one dehydrated racer had to be airlifted off the course. Holy cow, that is a mess. And Tom, what a wealth of information. My goodness. This incident necessitated Spartan to increase course hydration. And old timers will be poetic about this venue, if Tom is one of them. It was a tough course with major climbs and reminded everyone of Rambo 2. Maybe not everyone, writes Tom, when he was breaking up rocks in prison. Okay, so that's Rambo. The other one was First Blood. I see what you're doing here. Okay, so after COVID, the venue shifted, but we're still burning the candles for the Black Mountain return. All right, so mixed bag there. Loved it or hated it. Seemed like it was tough. That was the old venue. So as far as the new venue is in Mill Spring, about 30 minutes east of Asheville, making it still very accessible, but not near Black Mountain. Okay. It's now hosted at a sprawling facility with ample parking, a huge open-air permanent tent, and bleachers surrounding a sandy area where horse competitions are held. Interesting. So writes Tom, he has run several 50K trail races here at this venue with the fantastic Upstate Runners Series. Very cool. And there's plenty of room to route trails in a variety of distances. That's pretty cool. But he says the dynamics of the race have changed. Once a course harder than Palmerton is now a fast track that is great for spectators, ripe for personal records, and a great entry-level course for first-timers. Okay, that's great. And, we need first-timers, and I think Spartan should certainly cater to first-timers to, keep those corrals full as we go out in our start waves there. More participants would be better. If you were going to talk a spouse into going to a Spartan race with you, the Super Sprint weekend outside of Asheville is a solid recommendation. Excellent. Destination race could be for the whole family. Very cool. So the course this year was a little different than last year, but had a similar feel. They started from the horse corrals past the new construction for about quarter of a mile or so on relatively flat terrain before heading downhill into the woods, then crossing streams and winding through 3 covered runnable trails. Interesting. Cool. At around mile 1, the Super went one way off to the left, and the Sprint went right. I'm checking that out over here. Looks like the break, as Tom is mentioning, is right in this section. Boom and boom. Okay. The Super course went up what is the largest series of hills, grabbing about 3 miles of runnable up and down. Wow, on Fire Road before coming back down to the sprint course. So you're going up the hills, and that's an access road. Interesting. At mile 4-ish, the sprint and super course went through a stream and up a steep but not long incline before coming back out near the festival area. As far as the obstacles, there is no doubt obstacles were primarily front and back loaded for this race. Ugh. Okay, so I see a lot of voids here where there's nothing. That's lame. My 2 cents. You know, I would like to see obstacles spread out evenly and not right on top of each other like this. See this here on the map? I mean, they're like really stacked up. That's not my favorite. When the course split, Bender and 4 others were reserved for the Super, but they all had others in common. So the dunk wall came at the end, no surprises there, just as it has in the previous versions. Before slip wall, and then they ran the gauntlet for Herc hoist and finished with the rings. Okay, multi-rig. Interesting. Tom thinks that the obstacle placement was pretty cookie cutter, as do I, looking at the map, just as far as the spacing. That's not good. And all of the obstacles were out in the hot sun. That made it a challenge, especially for the overhead obstacles like Bender, the rings, and multi-rig. So you're getting hot up there. Ouch. So Tom continues. Apparently there were some course issues. He believes there's been a negative trend this year that should be mentioned, just like the Cincinnati race. There were multiple races on the course at the same time. So in Cincinnati it was an ultra, a beast, and an afternoon sprint. Okay, and in Asheville it was a morning super and an afternoon sprint. So you get some congestion out there with the multiple race types. What he thinks is happening is the afternoon sprints are being completely booked. All right, those heats are packed, and it's resulting in a lot of runners on the course in the late afternoon. So this jammed up the Cincinnati barbed wire crawl, which was uphill. I could see that happening. And at Asheville, there was a steep hill around mile 2 of the sprint, mile 5 of the super, and that got completely clogged up. Okay, not great. So, Tom thinks, and I agree, that the course designers should think of this and not expect everyone to get funneled into something where passing is almost impossible. Okay, got to think of the choke points and the number of folks out there on the course, widen it up, maybe take some detours, split up the different race types. I don't know. Look at the course and act accordingly. All right, Tom and I certainly agree. We want everyone to have fun and overcome whatever they need to overcome out there on the course, but not at the expense of bringing things to a halt. So true. All right. Tom recommends, wow, he's really fired up here. If you ran this race and had similar issues, he recommends you open up a ticket with Spartan. Wow. Okay. He has. And he says they need to know if negative items are impacting our race experience. Okay. Keep in mind, says Tom, that Spartan recently laid off Trailmaster Hammond and Garth, so the new course designers may not be aware of this phenomena. So let's make them aware that they need better course flow to accommodate newer Spartans. Excellent. Take care of us veterans, absolutely, but yes, you need to accommodate new racers. I mean, it's sort of good for the life of the sport. So, the festival area and breaking news. Wow, Tom, Lots of information here. Compared to the fiasco of 2019, the new venue is a great place for spectators and anyone hanging out after the race. The venue is sunny and hot, so bring sunscreen. And the covered tent area is a great place to hang out with friends. Visit the vendors and grab some food. Rocco, our friend Rocco from Athlete Services, was there helping folks with cramps and introducing new racers to the cold plunge. Tom also has some breaking news. Hero Aid Hydration is now the Finish Line sponsor. Excellent. It's a true sports drink, unlike the now retired Fit Aid, which he doesn't think anyone liked too much. I certainly didn't. I thought that was garbage. I always either passed, or if one was thrust into my hand, or feeling too polite to decline, I always threw those out. They were horrible. I know there were some diehards that thought they were great. They were not. You were wrong. All right. So he says the new drink tasted good and the team on site was pumped about the new partnership with Spartan. Excellent. Excellent. So good news there. So in summary, in the heat of the summer, you can always have a solid getaway with your crew or your spouse and get your sprint and super completed as part of a weekend in a cool town. Win, 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 win. That sounds fantastic. The course is not brutal, which means it's a good intro for new racers. Racers who want to step up to a super, perhaps. Or anyone who wants to jam a super and two sprints together in a weekend, like Tom. Tom also would advise getting the earliest start times you can to avoid course layout difficulties and encourages anyone to contact Spartan to make them aware of what he mentioned earlier about layout and flow. Fantastic. Tom, thank you again for this fabulous sit rep, and congratulations on all your achievements. Definitely check out Tom on Instagram. We'll provide links to his Insta below. Also, we will provide links to this unabridged sit rep on our blog. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. It definitely helps to grow the channel. It's greatly appreciated. We hope to see you out there on the course. But until that time, remember, as always, train hard, have fun.